were your goals when you first came to me and how were you feeling?
Well, I was referred to you by a friend. I struggle with weight loss. That would be the one thing. But I am also diagnosed with Hashimoto's and rheumatoid arthritis, which are two autoimmune disorders. And I met this lovely young lady named Cynthia, and I just felt a connection from the start. I think you are very knowledgeable. You're very patient. You have great ideas and suggestions, which for me, I don't have the time to sit down and think about that stuff. I need somebody to feed me those details because I don't have time to research. I don't have time to truthfully understand what I'm researching, but you do, and you know. And I think I started in January, I forget, but I've enjoyed the journey. I have learned so much. And the learning then I implement into my life, which has made changes where I feel better overall. I mentally feel clearer in my head. And most importantly, I love myself again. So it's been a journey, but a good one. Sorry.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. You're gonna make me cry. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's so touching. So our first appointment, I think, was actually in the middle of February. We actually initially met in January and started the journey, but I think we actually started in February. Do you remember like when you first started feeling a difference in your health after we started?
Well, the beautiful thing about you is that we did it in baby steps. So we made a foundation and then build off of that. So I'd say that probably the biggest was when I got the new supplements and started to implement them and start thinking about my choices in food, like gluten free. And so my fingers don't hurt. Like that's usually what would hurt would be my knuckles in the morning. That would hurt. And my face, the inflammation has helped. My face isn't round like it was. So I would probably say within 60 days, maybe 30, 60 days, till those supplements start to take a change and things that I was lacking nutrients in.
Hmm.
So, plus we learned so much from all the blood work that you suggested that no other doctor suggested. And I think my doctor was actually impressed and happy to learn and see, that just told him some more things to the story that he needs to work on as well. So, it's just a combination of things.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, is it okay if I kind of go over some of the symptoms you had
Absolutely.
when you
Sure.
first came to me? So some of the biggest things that you mentioned, the weight loss and the autoimmune issues, but also you were dealing a lot with GERD,
Yes.
reflux, and digestive issues. You had vision problems. You had noted some blurry vision and issues with night vision. You'd noticed a lot of hair loss, shedding, and also not just pain in your joints, but also pain and achiness in your muscles. Has a lot of that started to resolve?
Yes, I would say 98% of it. Plus, you helped me figure out that I had a hiatal hernia, which I didn't even know I had. And you told me about the chiropractor, and that has been a blessing as well too. So again, your knowledge, this speaks to your knowledge of the things that you know and the cues that you can pick up on, and then we work together on. So yes, I would say that my hair, I think my skin too got nicer. And but yes, I and sleeping, but the GERD, the very one of the first things you taught me about was the slippery elm, and that's been my best friend. I bought 6 bottles off of Amazon, and I have not taken one Tums since I met you. I've only had the slippery elm, and I haven't even had a slippery elm probably for, I'd say 60 days, 90 days maybe. It's
Wow.
already helped that much.
Yeah, that's awesome. How has that affected your quality of life, you think?
Well, life's a lot more enjoyable now that I'm not having like the stomach pains or the belching or the gas and things that, all that builds up on. So I think that part's great. And you just enjoy, you look at foods differently and you enjoy what you're eating as you learn. Like, again, another great tip that you gave me was for my sweet potatoes, the coconut oil. And for anyone listening to this, if you haven't tried it, you have got to try coconut oil. It is delicious. It's delicious in my hamburger, on my sweet potato. And so, um, anyway, I think the changes in dietary that led me to also helped with the stomach issues.
Awesome. Awesome. What kind of things did you try before you got to me? And how
I
did
don't
they
think
work
this
for you?
session's long enough to go through all of them.
Yeah.
So, I did try the HCG where you either inject or you put the drops in and you only eat 500 calories a day. And yes, I could do that for the little bit of time that it was, but the difference and then the other ones I tried were, like your normal weight loss kind of programs or whatever. But the difference between you and those programs is that you're teaching me a way of life. You're not, we didn't, nothing that we worked on was for dietary, as in for a diet, not one thing. Everything that you've worked on for me was getting me healthy. And I believe it was your exact termination that what was the word that you used? The result of getting my body healthy will be that I lose weight. But whatever word you used, people would
Yeah.
normally think it's a negative thing, but it was a positive thing. Anyway, and you were right. I'm down 20 pounds and I did nothing but change, the supplements and what I'm eating, making better choices, being gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free. And I mean, it's been great. It really has.
Yeah. How long were you struggling with all of these symptoms before we met?
At least 30 years.
Wow. 30 years. And you've been trying for 30 years to resolve them? Yeah.
Well, resolve them by standing at the supermarket and you're at the checkout line. It says lose 15 pounds by summer. Again, I don't have the time to look into the education. And so you just read what's quick and available to you.
Yeah.
With you, we take the time, we understand the issue, and then we address the issue and we learn how to, make changes or whatever. You can't buy that in a book because mine is specialized with you. That catalog in the checkout line is for everybody, and every body is different, so that
Yeah.
it's not going to work for everybody. Where yours is exclusive, specific for me, and that's why it works because it's for me.
Yeah. So during this process, at any point, have you found that anything you've been doing is too hard to sustain? Do you feel like all the changes we made are realistic and sustainable for you?
100% sustainable. 100%.
Yeah, so you feel like you'll be able to stick with this even after I'm gone out
Joyfully.
of your life.
I will joyfully stick to it because I'm proud of where I have come, the things that you've taught me, and I feel like I'm a light in the world helping to show other people that, if you listen and you really apply yourself, good things you can come. And I always have a positive outlook in life itself, but I like to help other people. I want other people to be happy, and you can be happy if you're healthy. Then you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about all the other stuff. And it's fun to be healthy, and it's fun to learn things and then teach other people so that they can enjoy, whether it's a food or whether it's an activity or slippery elm. I could probably have made money off of sales marketing for them because I've been telling everybody about them. Because they work. They're good.
Yeah. How do you think this whole process and investing yourself in yourself now will impact your life going forward?
Oh, so many positive ways. Investing, people might want to think twice about, oh, it's a lot of money or this or that. But when you think of how much you pay to go to the doctor or the medications, or really how much is your happiness worth? And you'd be shockingly surprised how affordable you are when you think about how happiness and healthy you can be for an affordable price. And then it's lifelong skills. It's not that I bought a pill from you and now next year I gain weight, I got to come back from you to get a pill. It's not like that. What you're giving me is knowledge that I can take with me for the rest of my life. And I don't ever need to, if something happens and I quote derail from, the gluten, the dairy, and the sugar, I know how to pick myself back up and redo it because again, you've built that foundation. It wasn't a cheap quick fix to
Yeah.
get me fake results. It's real results. It's lifetime results. So I'm 100% positive I'll be able to keep going, and I definitely think it is worth the money. 100%.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. So, I don't know if you were expecting it so much when you came to me, but the whole because I combine energy healing with the functional aspect, how do you find that combination?
I think it's great. It's very relaxing. I yawn because I'm doing all the breathing and trying to relax and stuff. But I think it's interesting, the energy. And I think that one time I had told you that I actually, you made a comment that you felt a tingle or something. And I'm like, yes, I did too. Like it's kind of, it's strange because it's something I never did before, but I do
Yeah.
think that it's important. And our energy is basically what our reflection is of our body. So I do think it's important. I think it's great that you incorporate it into the whole process as well.
Good,
Make
good.
us
I'm
healthy
glad.
inside, make us healthy outside and mentally.
Absolutely. Everything's connected.
Yeah,
Hence the holistic care, right?
that's right. Yep.
So, is there anything else about your experience that you want to share? Anything that you'd like people to know?
Well, there's a lot, but if I was going to meet you on the street and give you any advice, I would say even if you have to cut off your cable or maybe not go through Dunkin' Donuts or something, find ways to save some money that it would be worth your time and worth your money to meet Cynthia and have her, she'll listen to you and address your concerns and learn from her. Go in with an open mind and learn from her because she will teach you things that you can't find in a book unless you have an awful lot of time. And when you read it, half the time I don't even understand what I read, to be quite honest with you. So Cynthia's worth the time, both personally and professionally. She's really good at what she does. Really good. I would highly recommend her.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. That's awesome. Lori, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to work with you. You're an amazing client, and it's really inspirational to see you going through the healing journey that you are and taking taking your health into your own hands and really embracing the journey and the changes. And if I could have a million clients like you, I'd be a
Well,
really happy person.
and it was really fun. I mean, it was not, I never felt like it was a chore. I never felt anxious talking to you or anything. It honestly was fun. The journey has been fun. I have enjoyed it very, very much. I like to learn stuff, but I mean, when you see results or you feel results, it kind of helps solidify what you're teaching us.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for that. Just to go back a little bit about, so you mentioned that you'd lost 20 pounds so far, and we've been working together really about 16 weeks right now.
Mhm.
So you've lost 20 pounds. What's your goal to lose?
Yeah, I'd like a sexy body, but I mean, we'll be realistic. I would be fine with losing like probably another 60 pounds. Now,
Okay.
that 20 pounds, just for the listeners, remember I said that Cynthia started with a foundation, so it wasn't 16 weeks to lose 20 pounds. I would say it's probably been about 8 weeks to lose those 20 pounds. So I just want to
Yeah,
make you
thanks for
think
that
that,
clarification.
it takes some work, but you didn't get chubby overnight, and inflammation is not your friend. So until you get that beast addressed, the other stuff, a happy body means a healthy body. So, um, but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So I'd like to lose probably another 50 pounds at least.
Okay. And you feel like you can get there with what you're doing?
I know I can get there. I want to reach out to Cynthia and tell her January 2026. Hey, lady, I lost my 50 pounds.
Woohoo! Can't
I
wait. I
would
can't
love
wait.
to tell you that. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
confident I can do it.
even more important than pounds is body composition. Do you feel like your body composition is getting better?
100%. I didn't measure myself, but I know I have. My pants are getting loose. You have me doing some bottom exercises to help my back and stuff like that. So I feel like my bottom half is changing a little more, and which my husband's quite happy that the top half isn't moving. But anyway. But anyway, yes, I do. And you're right, it's not about the number. It's about how you feel and how you look. And I mean, even the way I'm dressing is different. Like I'm wearing dresses with like sagging belts around my waist, which I wouldn't have worn before, and just different things like suits. And I'm prouder of my accomplishment. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I don't give a crap. Darn it, I worked for it, and I'm very happy with how I
Yeah.
feel.
You should be proud of yourself. You've done an amazing job. You've done an
I had
amazing
a good
job.
teacher.
Yes, thank you. Okay, well, is there anything else you want to add? I think that's all really.
All I got to say to the listeners is please don't delay. You'll regret it. Just give Cynthia a call, give her a chance, listen to her, and I promise you will not be sorry you did. You'll be sorry if you wait and push it off another month because I mean, that's what I think back to myself. If I would have started with her sooner, I'd be further along in my journey. But it's okay. I still have a positive journey and I have no regrets whatsoever.
That's awesome. Well, I love the old Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now,
Yeah. Yep.
right?
Yep. That's
You got to
very
start
true.
somewhere.
That's
Awesome.
right.
All right. Well, I so appreciate your kind words. I
Sure.
appreciate you. You're awesome. And have a great rest of your day. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too. I appreciate everything that you've done for me, dear.
100%. Thank
See
you.
ya. Bye bye.
Bye.